Hi, Shavuot Tov everyone. Here I am live in Ramat Gan in a 5-star hotel over here. We had an awesome Shabbat, absolutely Parshat Balak, absolutely incredible. And here, nothing like just at a Suda Revi'it, some pizza. They say one interesting tidbit is that whenever Shabbat comes out, on the Motzei Shabbat itself, to actually have a Suda Revi'it. This is a Melava Malka, some people call it also, a meal featuring bread, like a bread meal, so that obviously naturally one can bench and say Birkat Hamazon after the meal and enjoy obviously afterwards. Because we know on Shabbat we have 3 meals. We have obviously the Sudat Shabbat in the night time. We also have the Sudat in the Boker, in the Yom, during the day, the lunch, and also the third meal, the Sudat Shlishit, we naturally have on the Saturday afternoon, evening before Shabbat comes out. So what's very, very interesting is, I want to share over a few thoughts within regards to the Talmud, the Masechet Gittin today. We are now dealing with page 49, that is Memtet, respectively, inside the Gemara. So what's going on, friends, over here in today's Gemara? We've been talking all about yesterday, what happens if someone damages another person, what repercussions is going to have to take place? Is there going to be a penalty or not? So one of the penalties, if someone does a Nezik onto someone else, and back in the Talmudic times, a couple of thousand years ago, people had to pay back in compensation. There wasn't liquid cash necessarily, so they would have to give back money from their fields, from their lands. And it said in yesterday's Daf, they would have to give part of the Idit. What is Idit? The Idit is considered the best of the land, of the person, of the individual itself. That's what the Idit is. And that's if someone causes a nezik to someone else. Someone causes a damage to another individual over there. So what's interesting is, in the Talmud today, it talks about what is actually a nezik. What's considered some sort of damages. So it grapples onto different things. It says, obviously, naturally, if someone is going to commit gezer, robbery against something else, that is considered damages. However, that thing is classified as a khamsan. If someone causes khamsanim against somebody else, also that is categorized in the lashon of nezek, also where someone will have to pay in compensation from the best of their field. So friends, what is this khamsan? Which is very interesting. Usually it's seen as it's discussed in the Talmud. It could be someone that has forced a sale upon himself. Like they have forced someone to sell something to the other person, or force someone to acquire something. For example, if someone doesn't want to sell their field, someone might own a specific field or something, and they don't want the person to, and let's say there's a field, friends, let's give the example over here. I'm just coming out of the hotel here, just going for a brisk walk. So someone wants to buy something, and the seller doesn't necessarily want to sell, and they really force the person, and might be in a persuasive manner or something like that, something else, and the person is even prepared to pay the full sum of money for it, and the person sells it. He's forced a sale upon someone else. He's offered him like a very big deal, but the seller didn't want to sell. He wants to keep it himself, but because the guy might be a macho man, or might be very persuasive, or very manipulative, he actually ends up buying the field. Over there, that is considered by the Talmud as someone that's a khamsan, and maybe that is a person that is included in this category of a person that is causing a damage to someone else over here. However, the Talmud also relates over today that a khamsan could be someone that has done all this trickery stuff and forceful stuff, and yet despite promising to pay a full sum of money, they have withheld the money, or maybe they've delayed it to some form of a degree, and that is problematic also. So they grapple within regards to it. So we learn 2 things: that someone should not, if someone wants to buy something from someone else, they shouldn't be too forceful to get it, obviously. Possibly it could be especially if it's the full sum of money, if they really want the thing so much from the other person, the person doesn't want to sell it, then offer a very high amount of money to make it fair, because then it's something the person doesn't buy. But if they're buying it at market price, and the seller does not specifically want to sell it at that stage in time, that is considered like a nezik, like someone that is damaging someone else, which is related over inside the Gemara in today's stuff. And another thing is, which we discussed about with regards to nezik, is someone actually robs from someone else. Naturally, full stop, someone might rob from someone else, might steal from someone else and says, no one saw, I took it, who cares? We're in this world that we only live once, let's just steal and who cares? However, it's considered Nezik in the Talmud, and there's be ramifications. And not just our friends over here, not just there'll be ramifications in this world, there will be also later on retribution upon the person. Every action that we do in our lives over here, it's judged, not just in this world where we have to pay monetary compensation, even the best of the field, which we relate over in today's page. It's also in the next world, friends. Retribution will also have to be made upon the person if they commit crimes, and they have to pay in the next world also. That's why it's very, very important that we're careful in every aspect, in every action that we do in this world, and we take considerable consideration in everything that we do. We don't want to be known as people that cause nezik, damages to other people. We want to be known as upright people, upright citizens, upright people in the eyes of halacha, in Jewish law, Torah law, and everything else also, and be above the law if possible. Guys, I want to wish you with that thought over here. I want to wish you all a fantastic week. I hope you all had an awesome Shabbat over here. Next week it's naturally going to be Parshat Pinchas, and I'll just leave you with some views and scenes of this hotel over here. Well, was that? We had naturally a very good Shabbat service. Over here there was services of Shabbat and very, very good atmosphere here in the hotel. And here we are just bringing out the Shabbat Kodesh and everything else. Guys, have an awesome day and take care and bye.